Hey everyone, how are we going? This is Gilly here, and of course Matt from Tactical Edge Hobbies. Now, today's video, what we're going to be doing, we're going to be dedicating this to the tinkerers out there who love to tinker, and what we're going to be showing you is a brand that definitely is an absolute awesome brand. Now, you've heard obviously of Fighting Bro, SHS, but this brand here we've stocked for now for over 6 months, and we haven't had a chance to do a video, so we thought we'd dedicate this video to the Lonex brand because there's so many wide varieties of items that they mass produce. So I thought I'd bring Matt here to obviously go through it with us, and that way you guys can get educated and see that these items here are definitely a must-have if you're going to plan on I guess changing motors and things of that nature.
All right, mate. Yep. So this particular video, we're going to touch on the motors. Now, there is a few different motors that we stock from Lonex. So I'm just going to run through first of all, like what each motor is sort of specifically for. So let's start up. The very first, we've got the Lonex A5, which is this one here. Now, this is Lonex's pretty much standard motor. All right, so it is their cheapest motor, but it's their version of a standard motor. In saying that, comparing this standard motor to the standard motors that come in blasters, it's definitely a big step up, as it's just quality. It's durable, it lasts ages. It's just definitely quality compared to the standard motors that we've all seen. The only thing is on some grips it doesn't like to fit. Some grips, especially on our Platinum range, doesn't like to fit a few of those grips. But as a standard motor, if you weren't looking to dish out the huge cash on upgrading your motor, or you haven't modified your gearbox to suit a better motor yet, then definitely the standard Lonex motor is the way to go. But moving forward, we've got the A3 motor, which is part of this first one in the Titan series that Lonex have, which is A3 all the way to A1. And this particular motor is a high-speed motor. It's just high-speed only, and if you want, I think they're about 120. Mm-hmm. So if you want like a high-speed motor, then definitely the A3 is the way to go. But then you've got the A2, which is sort of the opposite, which is high torque. All right, so it's not a high-speed motor; it's a high torque motor. So you got the A3 that's high speed, then the A2 that's high torque, and then we move forward to the A1, which is both high speed and high torque. So you want the best of both worlds. A1's where to go. So all of these motors, A3, A2, and A1, they all also come in long shaft and short shaft versions. Now,
okay, yeah. I'm glad you said that, because I was wondering whether it was possible to get a short shaft, because obviously, not everyone has a V2 style gearbox, yeah, and Gen 8 style.
The V3, so AK boxes essentially, they're a 480 short. So your 480 short is what suits the AK gearboxes, but also the Vector gearbox has a 480 short motor. So there's not that many applications, I suppose, for the 480 short motor around at the moment. Definitely not compared to V2 M4s for the long shaft, but yeah, we've got them. So if you need it, then the Lonex have it. The only thing is, with this particular motor, it's the A1 Supreme Edition. It's pretty much just a beefed up version of the A1, so it's got more torque and it's got even more speed. This is the one that I personally use in my blaster, and it's just off its rocker, goes absolutely hard. I absolutely torture it, and I just get zero issues. I don't think I've ever seen one of these motors ever come back. And yeah, I personally, as my point of view as a player and a tech, mate, these are just quality motors, which is really good. In saying that, I have been to the Lonex factory. Mm-hmm. I've seen their operation, I've met their team, I've seen them put these motors together, and just their quality of standard that the boss of Lonex wants is just second to none. He does not like the quality that China can produce, so he's just like, no, I have this quality I want to reach. So
because there isn't that many of these brands out through Taiwan, is there? Like high quality brands.
Oh, there is a few, but Lonex has definitely focused their business on producing quality internal parts. Right, so that's what their business focus has been for quite a while, and they produce a really nice motor, and not in just motors though. They have
Yeah, of course.
A whole range of parts, from greases to other internal parts, even springs. And look, our stock list is just it's always growing. We're getting more and more Lonex parts in with every shipment, pretty much. And so as the stock list grows, we're getting more and more quality and cool parts. So they might be a little bit more expensive than some of the other parts that you may have seen, with no brands or but you're not just paying for a fancy name. They actually are producing
decent quality
parts,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So even all our techs, they use these parts and they just last. So the parts are quality, mate. Our techs, they have tried them, they've proven them, they love them. Even simple stuff right down to the return spring, that we use from other I suppose brands that just don't last. We use these and we just never see them break. So look, these things, they're quality. We personally love them, we recommend them. So give them a try and see how you go.
So yeah, there you go, guys. Well, first off, thanks, Matt, for talking about the Lonex. I mean, look, guys, like you said, if you want a decent AEG motor, come on down, check out the Lonex Titan motor series. You're not gonna, I guarantee you're not going to complain about it. You're gonna love the quality of these motors, as Matt has said. But apart from that, as we always say, stay fresh, stay blasting, and we will see you next time. Until then, see you later.
See you guys.